Hi, I'm Valerie and welcome back to Now Gardening. Between visitors for the summer and the heat outside, I really haven't had a lot of time lately to show you around my garden and let you see what has happened to all those seeds that we planted back in spring and early summer. So today is July 12th and I thought I would give you a short garden tour to let you see what's happening in my July garden. So let's get going. I do just want to show you the garden then from up here at the top. I did do all of the extension project that I planned to do. So the garden is 2 times bigger than it was last year. With still plenty of room to grow next year. Okay guys, so it is over 100 degrees outside today, so we are going to make this short and sweet. This is my first high raised bed. These are all navy beans that are growing in here. Over here I have my single seed challenge pepper. This is the pepper that looks like a tomato. It's supposed to. Right now we just have some little buds on it. It has been very slow in growing, but I'm optimistic that it's going to get better. It was really kind of struggling for a while. I had to give it some special care, but so far so good. Over here, this looks like a jungle. This is all of my lettuce varieties that are going to seed, so that I can collect the seeds probably about a month out from now, and I will have those for my fall crop. You're going to see through the beds just some scattered tomatoes. I'm not going to talk about those unless it's anything truly interesting. Over here we have all of my French green beans. You can tell it is just like so pretty. Everything is so healthy. In spite of our droughts, in spite of the high temperatures, everything's doing really well. I did have a little sun scorch on some of them a couple of weeks ago, but they have fully recovered now. Lots of blooms on these, so these will be having green beans on them in the next week. Here, so in these high raised beds, I have a lot of cherry tomatoes and yellow pear tomatoes. These are the yellow pear tomatoes. I do have some peppers kind of scattered in this bed, but here's the majority of my peppers are over here. And these are all Italian pepper variety. And so these guys, as you can see, I could harvest them now, but I'm actually going to wait and let them turn to yellow before I harvest them. I'll probably let a few go to red, stay on here long enough to actually go to red, so that we have some red Italian peppers. Over here in this bed, I have my green beans that were planted a little bit earlier. Also, these get a little more sun. So these are just rocking right now. You can see all the green beans on here. So lots and lots of beans everywhere you look. These did have some sun scorch. I'll also be coming out with a new video soon on grubs in the garden and how to treat them, because we had a lot of grub problem early in the life cycle of those beans. Here, some really lovely cherry tomatoes, and over here, a lot of little pearls on this vine. Over here, more peppers. Also have some carrots. I do have carrots growing in a bucket too, thanks to the suggestion by Paul and Naj over at Old Country Gardeners. This is my unkept tomato bed. So this is the one I have not pruned for that experiment. So it is definitely a little bit wild and crazy. You also do not really see many tomatoes growing. I see a few here and there. I'm trying to see them as I talk to you, but I don't see many. But I will show you the comparison to my structured and pruned tomato bed over there. Up here are purple hulled peas. Those are growing very well. I have some other ones growing up on a different part of the property, so just testing out some different parts of the property and how they grow. Now, over here is the primary tomato bed. These are all being pruned. You can see lots of tomatoes. I'll just show you as we go through here. But loads and loads of tomatoes. I'm guessing I should be having tomatoes probably in about 2 weeks, judging by the size of these right now. These are Cherokee purples. I have a lot of different ones. I have some tomatoes that's shaped like a pepper. I can't remember what they're called in English. These are actually green striped tomatoes when they're ready. I have some regular round tomatoes you cook with. A bunch of different varieties there, which I'll show you whenever I get ready to harvest. Here in this bed, it's a volunteer. This kind of came in while my cauliflower was growing a couple months back. And I just left it to grow to see what came up, and it has turned out to be butternut squash. So I have 2 or 3 butternut squash growing here. I'll show you the other one on the other side. This is the first year of this asparagus bed, if you remember. So it's gonna die back in the fall and make this plant stronger next year, and I'll be able to start harvesting. This is the borage that I planted for my pollinators. They have been loving it, and I've been harvesting the flowers and also some of the leaves for different recipes during the summer. Here, this was just emptied out last week. This had onions, garlic, and a few potatoes in it. New potatoes, I should say. This one was full of new potatoes down here.
What is that?
So I'll show you some pictures of those. So I will be replanting these 2 beds here in the next week. Here we have some beautiful celery. Really, really lovely celery growing. Under there, it all looks really healthy. Over here I have some more growing under my zucchini plants, not quite as thick in the stems. Let's move on to the zucchini. Do some little acrobatics. I've been harvesting for about 2 weeks down here. Here's a zucchini. You can see lots of zucchini. There's a big zucchini there, a little one growing. There's some over here. I'll show you in a... I'll have that up on the... I'll pop that in because I can't see it from here. One of those squash that I was telling you about. Over here, this is cucumbers. So you see there's quite a few little baby cucumbers growing on these vines. Actually got a couple that are ready to harvest in here that I'll show you on the other side. I've also got okra. Okra growing here, and that plant, there's one other one. This is actually straight neck squash, but I've kind of got some deformed ones going on there, but I do have some good ones growing in here as well. And cantaloupe. Cantaloupe, cantaloupe, where are you? I have several little baby cantaloupes in here. Also have cantaloupe over here. Lots of smaller ones, but these are the ones that are the biggest. Oops, that's a little small one. These are the ones that are looking the most promising so far. We didn't get any plums this year, unfortunately, because we had some hard frost in the spring, but my Mirabelle plums are still looking great. And those should be ready to harvest in maybe 2 weeks. Well, thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this little garden tour, and I hope to see you back next time. I'll see you soon. Bye.